Good morning, folks. My name is Brandon Bryce. I'm the Director of Philanthropy, Equity, and Social Justice with the United Way of Delaware. And today we do more by equal access for everyday people. We have two guests with me, also directors within the United Way, who are going to talk about the experience of COVID-19 on the labor community and also on everyday people. So I want to start with Debbie Armstrong. She's the director with philanthropy and also community engagement. And Deb, I want to get your thoughts as as a United Way worker on what are the challenges that people are having in 2021 getting back to work in a virtual world.
Thank you, Brandon, for bringing Tim and I together with you today. First, I just want to welcome you to the Delaware community, and we're so excited that you'll be working with us going forward because I think you're about a month in. So, how important is it on DoMore24 for you to join us on one of our biggest days of encouraging giving in the state of Delaware? So really, let's back it up. I'm going to just talk about needs in the community overall. Okay. I have been a donor for United Way for 31 years and have been on staff at 15. And there's always been a season, right, where a need shift and change. And right now we are in the middle of a crisis, much like there was a crisis when 2008, when the financial industry was paralyzed. In Delaware, we lost the GM and the Chrysler factory, along with our refinery going from Valero to Delaware City Refining. And, a lot of workers were struggling during those times. Jobs were lost, okay? This is no different COVID. It's a different cause. And right now, we need to be mindful that there are people that are losing their jobs. They are losing their income. And those of us that are fortunate can give back by helping and support programs that are going to get these people back up off their feet. One thing that there has been a need during COVID that I am very, very passionate about is we couldn't be here today if it wasn't for technology. And that access to technology, whether it be the infrastructure or the broadband support, whether it be the cost and affordability, but to be equal across the state, whether I live in Wilmington or I live in Hartley, Delaware, we should all have that same ability to connect in and to be able to work and go to a doctor and, perhaps, schooling, maybe tutoring, because today we are going forward into a virtual world. Okay. And there is technology deficits out there. I'll be the first to admit, I'm a boomer. Okay. And my technology to maybe one of my peers that has grown up with it all their life may be different. And this is a time where we intentionally need to make sure that everyone has access that is affordable across our state for them to empower and live their life to the fullest potential.
Tim, let me come to you. I mean, you work with a lot of laborers through Metro AFL-CIO. For hardworking people in this era, how has COVID impacted them as it relates to finding work or keeping work in a COVID era?
Well, thanks for doing this, Brandon. And I'm going to tell you, the DoMore24 is more important this year than ever. And the reason for it being is from the labor, the struggles that they've had. As Debbie just said about the Delaware City Refinery, when everybody stopped driving, it meant no more gas or oil consumption plummeted. So people got laid off there at the factories and other places that never really got laid off like they have at this particular point. I mean, others, university, college workers belong to the AFL-CIO that have never been laid off in their entire careers. They did not know how to do this. I mean, and the emotional part of this has been traumatic to these people, where we've gotten together with the AFL-CIO to give out gift cards for food to people that work at places that normally make a lot of money and have been struggling. The other thing about labor that people don't understand, that, well, do not understand fully, but they might be gainfully employed. The ones that are gainfully employed, the construction workers, a lot of them kept working through this, but were not able to work because their children didn't go to school anymore. They either had to go to try to find a babysitter or find a relative that could do something with this, or if not, they had to stay home. You can't let a 4-year-old stay home or a 6-year-old stay home by themselves. So single employers, it really put a bang on them. And as far as coming off of this, most of the time, construction and factory workers are the last to come on board through a pandemic because the need has to be there and they only hire back as the need is coming back. So it's been a struggle for all people, but labor especially, because people that have never experienced this bad thing is really and don't know how to do it. And through mental health and physical health, it's been very tough.
Folks, you've heard the stories. Now I'm asking you, do more in 24. Do more 24, equal access for everyday people. I'm Brandon Bryce, Director of Philanthropy, Equity, and Social Justice. You've heard the stories. Now I ask you and I dedicate that you do more in 24. Whatever you can give will impact the life of someone. And we thank you at the United Way. Thanks, folks. And we got 24 hours. Don't forget, do more.